Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com. In this video, you are going to learn how to do keyword research for free in fast-moving markets, or also known as a crisis time. Right now, as I'm recording this in April 1st of 2020, we're in a time of a major shift in user behavior, and the keyword research tools, the standard old school keyword research tools, are not able to keep up with the shifts in user behavior and in search behavior. In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to kind of stay on the leading edge of that, because your audience might be looking for different things today than they were 2 months ago. And that's the idea. So what we're going to do, we're going to run through the free tools here. You're going to learn some search parameters. Don't worry if you don't know what that is. That'll make sense in a minute. And then at the end, I'll show you exactly how to get the actual search volume. So with that said, let's jump on the computer and let's begin. So the first place we are starting is at Google. One of the first places that you're going to see new trends and new search data showing up is actually in the Google Autocomplete. So I'm going to use some random examples that I'm making up, but you want to kind of utilize this process with whatever your niche is, whether it's cooking or knitting or whatever that may be, gardening, etc. So first thing is just how to, right? So how to, and you'll see right now how to make a mask is number one. And this is directly reflecting the most commonly searched phrases right now. Okay, this wasn't showing how to make a mask 2 months ago. And you'll notice in the top right corner, I'm not logged in right now. Okay, so if you're logged in, your search, your autocomplete is going to be adapted to your search behavior, to all the cookies and all of the information that Google has on you, whether you have a Gmail account, a YouTube account, you're viewing, reading, etc. behaviors. So I always do this process in a not logged in browser. Google's still trying to pick up where am I located, and it's kind of matching people in my area, so you could use a VPN if you want to mask that, but we're going kind of more specifically into the basics. Now, what we're also seeing on here is how to tie a tie shows up, which is interesting. How to use Zoom. In one of my past videos when I talked about the up-and-coming trends, the work-at-home trend, and teaching people how to use some of these tools that are very common for us who work at home, very uncommon for people who have been working in offices, it's showing that that's actually one of the most popular searches going on right now. Screenshot on Mac, how to make French toast, how to make whipped coffee. So people are making French toast and coffee at home as well. So if you're in the cooking space, that's some data for you. But we're going to go deeper. So the next search parameters are potentially going to help you find subsets within your niche about that your audience is looking for, or if you're just starting with a niche business, this can really clue you in on the niches that are starting to explode right now. So how to learn is the next one. Okay, so how to learn Spanish, Japanese, guitar, interesting. So people are sitting around having more time at home, so they're searching for guitar, but then you can go through letter by letter. So how to learn A, how to learn, these are the ones that come up for A, how to learn B, okay, C, interesting, D, and so on and so forth. So if you are in the yoga space, you could do how to learn yoga, and then you get all of these subsets from yoga. So how to learn yoga at home is one of the most top searched items currently. Okay, this is the most up-to-date data that you have, so you can kind of see some of the different ideas. So if you're in the yoga space and you don't have a headstand or a handstand tutorial, it's kind of showing you that that's what people are actively looking for. And then you can go A, and then you can go B, and then you can go C. And this is how you're literally able to get all of the different kind of variations and all of the different most up-to-date search phrases that your people are searching for. So let's go beyond how to learn yoga. And again, this works chess, how to learn chess, chess opening, strategy, fast, online, Reddit, theory, etc., etc. But let's go to how to start, because there's a lot of people at home who are now looking to start something new, whether it's starting a garden or whether it's starting, I don't know, programming. So interesting. There's kind of an idea. A, how to start a business, a blog, a podcast, a YouTube channel. B, blogging business. C, D, and so on and so forth. So the other ones would be how to make is another one. And obviously we saw how to make a mask, but these, we're going to get more specific here. How to make slime, that's a big one on the kids. How to make sourdough starter, people making bread at home. So if you're in the cooking space, and what we're looking for are the trends and the patterns. And if you want to get specific, you just kind of dig deeper, right? So if you are in the cooking space, you're looking for the ideas. But so we have how to make a smoothie pop up, smoothie. Now you'll notice how to make a smoothie bowl, how to make a smoothie without ice, how to make a smoothie without fruit, thicker, et cetera, et cetera. So this is allowing, we're essentially seeding Google, and we're telling Google, hey, I want to know what people are searching for, so you can come up with content ideas, because people are searching for different things today than they were 2 months ago. That's the greater idea here. And then the final one is how to play. So there's a lot of people looking to spend some time. Cribbage, I love cribbage. So cribbage is how to play cribbage, and it's got some confusing, goofy rules to it. So this is another way, and obviously you can go A, B, C, D, E, and on and on. And you can see that it's got everything from instruments in here to actual games. These are the types of things people are doing with more time on their hands. You could even go into like how to teach. So you can see that these are the things that people are trying to teach others, kids, how to teach kids about money, about shoes, etc. if you're in the mom blogging space. Okay, so I think we've covered the search parameter idea from Google and leveraging autocomplete very, very deeply. The next place I want to go to is Google Trends. So let's go to google.com/trends. And Trends is the next place. And what you get at Google Trends that I like compared to just using that autocomplete is you get a little bit of data going on here. And one of the challenges with keyword research, you know, in order to get actual search volume specifics on how many people per month are searching this, it's always going to go down a paid path. I've taught 2 separate tools within the last year that were once free keyword research tools, but then I sent so much traffic. I got 130,000 subscribers almost at this point. We gave them the hug of death. Their costs went up and they all flipped it over to paid. So what you're going to learn on Google Trends is how to understand relativity between search phrases versus exact numbers, which will give you an understanding enough to begin to move forward. So let's go in here and let's type in how to learn chess. And I'm just going to look at what the search volume is. And I haven't looked at this. So now you can see that currently, so the current line is at the end of the solid line. The dotted line is what Google is expecting over time in the kind of near future. So you can see that currently it's not really out of its trend, okay? So that's at a 60. And then over here, we're at a 57, pretty close to a 60. And back here, we're at a 60. So currently, it's not really above trend on chess, but you can see that it's looking like it's getting closer to being out of the trend. So I'm going to look at guitar here. Kind of thinking that maybe there's more people at home looking on how to play a guitar. So now you can see we are out of the trend at this point. And what do I mean by that? So you notice these numbers on the left. We got 100, 75, 50, 25. This is the relativity side. So 100 is the most of all, right? It's the biggest, the most, the maximum number. 50 would mean half of that. So the fact that this right here is at 75 and I don't see a 75, this means that the search trend is indeed going up right now with an expectation on that dotted line to go up even higher. But now let's go how to grow vegetables. And this is one that I bet. So now you can see not only is the actual current trend way out of the kind of normal operating range, which I would say would be below this 25. So it's over doubled from its normal search. The expectation is to go up a massive, massive amount there. Let's look at how to learn cribbage here real quick. Oh, okay. So there's not that much search data. So this is a great example of what you see when it's actually not that large of a search volume kind of a situation. You can see that it really just says, we don't really have enough data here. But what you're looking for are the big spikes in the data. So how to start a garden. I want to look at what this one looks like. And again, so we're massively on the increased side. And you can see in the very short term. Now let's go, I'm going to go to my paid keyword tool real quick. So this is the paid tool. I've got videos on this. It'll pop up above and links will be in the description to this, to the videos that show deep dive how to use this tool, because you get the search volume and the difficulty numbers. But really one of the things that I think is most interesting is to see how the data rolls out through the keyword tools, regardless of what you use. So it's at milesbeckler.com/KW Finder is how you can get to the tool. I'm going to sign on really quickly here. I am an affiliate for this, so if you go sign up and you purchase, I do get a commission. You don't pay any more. It's the same amount for you. This is affiliate marketing in action, full disclosure for you. But let's go now look at what do we have here? How to start a garden. So I'm going to look at that data point here. And this is going to show you what I mean by the data moves quickly in these interesting times. And you're going to get to understand why this keyword tool may take upwards of a year or more to really show the difference in the data. And you can see right here, so this graph, now all these keyword tools, whether you're using this one or Longtail or whatever keyword tool you're using, they generally are buying data from third-party sources. That's why they're paid tools. They actually have to buy through the API. But there's a delay. So there's usually at least a month delay. You can see here that February of 2020 is the most recent data that we have. Well, I'll be honest, a lot's changed since February, since January of 2020 in the world of search. And you can see that not being reflected. You can tell there's seasonality here, right? Obviously, every summer, more people search for gardening. But we're going into a normal seasonality, but it potentially is going to take 12 months for this spike that we're seeing to get averaged out, because these numbers here, the actual search volume, is generally going to be an average of the last 12 months. Okay, well, if you get one anomalous month in an average of 12 months, it might move the needle by 8%. So you might see an 8% fluctuation in your numbers when this registers, which is in another month or two. But when you're looking over here, this is significantly greater than an 8% increase. Okay, this is the key point I want you to take away, is that there is a trickle down process. There's a filtering down process from the data, the real world active data that's going on right now that shows up in Autocomplete and it shows up in Google Trends. And then by the time it starts to go into these other keyword tools, this is where you really start to understand, months and years later, what that trend does over time. Now, I still use this tool. I think these tools are still very, very important. But if you are a business owner, a content creator, and you're someone right now who's like, I need to make the most relevant content to my people right now because my people are at home, they're searching for different things, they're behaving differently, they're doing different things, and you want to honor that and you want to give them what they're looking for, I wouldn't use this tool today. I would be looking more on the autocomplete side of things, and I would be looking more on Google Trends. Now, I have a deeper dive video on both this tool. Okay, I show you how to rank by keyword difficulty and how to find the lowest difficulty phrases in your niche that can be very, very valuable to do. Right here, we're seeing growing gardens being a much lower difficulty. I go in depth on that. That video will be on the end screen and in the description. And then I have another video that does a deep dive on Google Trends, how to use Google Trends and kind of get even more ideas out of Google Trends if you want a deeper dive there. And that's what I got for you today on the video. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, get at me in the comments, like, subscribe, thumbs up, do what you do. I appreciate you. Got more great videos coming out, so be sure to subscribe and you get notified when they come out. Hit the bell, you'll get the notification on your phone. And I'm out. Thank you. Be well. Talk to you soon.